The Prophet ﷺ says that the nation of Jews, you know, got divided into 71 factions, 71 sections, sects, sects, sects. Likewise, the Nasara, the Christians, got divided into 72 factions. Likewise, my nation, my ummah, the Muslims, are going to get divided into 73 such factions or sections or sects. Now, the Prophet ﷺ further says, كلها في النار إلا واحدة. Each one of those factions is going to be in the hellfire, except one particular faction. And we again throw caution to wind, throw a disclaimer. We have, of course, talked about it long ago. When we say kulluha finnari illa wahida, we are not saying here that all of them are going to dwell in the hellfire for eternity. That's not what we are saying, because the hadith doesn't say so. And there are other ahadith to prove من قال لا إله إلا الله دخل الجنة من كان آخر كلامه لا إله إلا الله دخل الجنة. There are tons of hadith to this effect, that whoever says the kalima even once eventually goes to Jannah. Someone who's got, as little iman as a dharra, mithqal dharra, also enters Jannah, is what the Prophet ﷺ is saying. So, kulluha finnari illa wahida doesn't mean all of them are going to dwell into the hellfire for eternity. What we mean is that all those 72 factions will be perhaps sent into Jahannam for a limited period of time, after which Allah Azza wa Jal is going to take them out from the hellfire and send them into Jannah. However, illa wahida is what the Prophet ﷺ is saying. There's one group that's not going to go into the hellfire, which means that there's one group who is going to go straight into Jannah with the permission and with the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal. Now let's continue with the hadith. So the Prophet ﷺ says, "Kulluha finnari illa wahida." Faqil. Then the companions asked the Prophet ﷺ, "Man hiya ya Rasulullah?" Oh Rasulullah, oh Prophet ﷺ, can you tell us who that sect is? The Prophet ﷺ says, فَقَالَ صلى الله عليه وسلم مَنْ كَانَ عَلَى مِثْلِ مَا أَنَا عَلَيْهِ وَأَصْحَابِي. The group that is actually absolutely steadfast on what I today am and on what my companions are on. I mean, the manhaj on which I today am and the manhaj on which the companions today are, if the people are going to follow them in their footsteps, they will belong to that group, is what the Prophet ﷺ says. So this is one hadith. And of course, this hadith is absolutely authentic. There's no doubt, there's no question about the authenticity or the sihah of this hadith. Now let's look at another hadith of Muawiyah radiallahu anhu, in which it was asked, أنه سئل عن الفرقة الناجية فقال هم الجماعة. You know, on one occasion, he was asked about who al-firqah an-najiyah is. Who is that firqah ta'ifa? Firqah or ta'ifa mansura, not firqah ta'ifa, ta'ifa mansura. Who is that group who is considered the successful in the sight of Allah Azza wa Jal? Then it was said, Humul Jama'ah. It is that group. A particular group was being meant when this hadith was said. Al Jama'ah is what was said. A particular group. Now, if you combine these two ahadith, Ma ana alayhi al-yawm wa ashabi, and the second hadith, wa humul jama'ah, then Ma ana alayhi al-yawm wa ashabi will mean what? The method, the methodology, the manhaj, the sunnah, the practices upon which I today am and upon which my companions today are. This is what the Prophet ﷺ says. So they become Ahlus Sunnah because they are on the methodology, on the manhaj, on the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. They become the people of Sunnah, that is Ahlus Sunnah. And because the second hadith also says Wahumul Jama'ah, it's a special group. So that's why we give the name Ahlus Sunnati wal Jama'ah. So this is who Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah is, which means what? The people who are on the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the people who are actually united upon this particular methodology, this particular manhaj, this particular process, or this Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.